This episode of Trips to the Store has been brought to you with the help of viewers like you. Transmissions wouldn't be the show it is today if it wasn't for all of your support. Join our Patreon today at transmissionspodcast.com/support.
All right, welcome to the Trips to the Store, where we show off all the cool Transformer stuff we got this week. As always, Transmissions is powered by you, the listener. So thank you to all of our donatrons out there who continue to support the show. If you'd like to become a donatron, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. That helps us out. We do 2 shows every week. Every Wednesday is Transmissions, the toy show, all about Transformers toys and merchandise. And every Friday is Transmissions Alt Mode. It's all about comics and media. And this week we are reviewing Wreckers, Tread, and Circuits, number 2. So we will talk about that on a couple of days. So you'll hear that. Right now we are talking about toys we got, and we've got a special guest. We've got Anna Malkova, awesome Transformers comics artist. Welcome, and thanks for joining us this week. And she's got a lot of cool stuff to show off, so we're going to save her to the end, save the best for last. I'm going to start off because I don't have anything new, and I'm actually trying to get rid of some stuff. I'm trying to sell a bunch of my Titans Return stuff, so this is also an advertisement. So
classified.
Here is Titans Return Galvatron. He is complete. His Headmaster Nucleon, I believe, is that his name? Yes, because I have the instruction booklet right here. There it is. Yeah, I mean, I think the Kingdom Galvatron looks a lot better than this guy, but you know,
you're doing a great
sales, buddy.
But but the Kingdom Galvatron doesn't have a card with them, collectible card with tech specs on the back.
Doesn't he have like a holographic card though, like with the Fate or something like that?
That's the Kingdom.
The disc thing.
That's all
Kingdom.
But this is you can say that you have had the Galvatron that was featured on the Transmissions podcast.
Yes. I mean, I will sign it if you want. I don't recommend that. But if you really want, I will, but I'd say that's not a good idea. But yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. Buy sell thread on the Transmissions Discord. Hit me up there if you're interested. You know what, I'll take, make me an offer. trying to get rid of them. All right, Darryl, we'll move on to you. What do you got?
All right, well, yeah, I also don't have anything new this week. It's one of those times a year where it's just before Christmas. You'd think the stores would be just full of new stuff, and they're not. At least not stuff that I want. I bought like $30 worth of Hot Wheels. It's ridiculous, but I'll show that. Where is he? There. I got the X-Men jet. I got that. Hey, look at that. Is that's Transformers kind of related now? Yeah.
I mean, there is a Transformers version of that, but that's not it.
A couple handshakes away.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to show again this week because I spent a lot of money on it and it deserves to be shown again. This is my Unicron. One of 2 that I don't. The other one I don't have in my house yet. But this is my studio cell Unicron. I did manage to get a little world thing for it, a little planet Earth for him to hold in his hand. And if you recall, I did make that little alteration to him, so he does have a sound gimmick now. Maybe. Where is it? There it is.
Is that light piping or LED?
It's LEDs. Yeah, there's LEDs in the eye. Why am I
Damn.
moving the whole figure? The whole head comes off. So yeah, so the head is yeah.
Oh, that's fancy.
So I really do like the head because they've molded all the teeth individually as well, and hopefully it'll pick it up. Come on, there you go. Oh, almost. Not me. Come on,
We'll
you
just
bastard.
believe you.
Yeah. Why? Why aren't you picking up the Unicron? This is great podcasting.
Take a picture and we'll edit it in.
No, I won't.
He looks very
Anyway,
pretty.
yeah, he all the teeth are individually molded. I don't know what this is, but I saw it and I was like, this is planet Earth and it's about the size that Unicron could hold. I was like, oh great, I'll get this. But it's I think it's like a puzzle or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's a little thing for my Unicron. Anyway, yeah, my 01 Studio Cell. It's still the best Unicron.
All right, let's move on to Jeremy.
All right. Just a couple things. One new thing that's not really Transformers, but it's related. My wife she was at the store and she saw this and she got it for me. A little sticker set, but I think it's more cool for the backgrounds. I think it's upside down. It just has some backgrounds I can use in like photography. And then there's the arc. So I thought that was cool. And then it has stickers of all your favorite G1 characters, like Grimlock and Windblade.
Whose style is it?
It's that new evergreen style that. So, like, if you look at Bumblebee in particular, he's got that.
Yeah.
So.
Can't immediately tell.
Yeah. So
might be Marcelo Matera's stuff.
It might be. I think it said it was made in Canada and imported into the U.S. So.
Might be Sarah Petraeus shares.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell. There's no artist credit on these things.
Is it weird that I thought that you were going to show off cheese?
No, I've shown off cheese before. So
I know, and I was hoping you were going to show off Transformers cheese again.
It does come with these glasses too. That they're the kind that if you look at a light, it does like effects through the glass. I don't think there's any way I can. Yeah, kind of.
Lower it. No, that's fine. Yep.
So I don't know.
Are those kind of 3D or?
No, they're like if you looked at a light, it has effects on the light, like Christmas tree.
Lens flares.
Yeah, I'll give it to the kid and have he can play with it.
It's acid trip glasses for kids.
Yeah. So
the toys what come back. Do you remember like a decade ago or two, there was like 3D stuff that you could see when you crossed your eyes, like the patterns. Like,
oh yeah.
It would be great if those came back.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever seen Transformers ones on the market.
I'm like the guy in Mallrats that just stares at it all day and can't ever see anything.
Oh. Well, I spent most of my days cross-eyed, so yeah, it's no problem for me.
But the figures I was going to show off, I was just unpacking a few more toys to put on the shelf, and I got my RID Optimus, who is very yellowed in the white spots, but the chrome is still good. The rubber tire I need to get a replacement. This one on this side is a 3D printed one I got off Shapeways, so it's plastic.
Still
so
good.
I just need to do that on the other side. I think the sound. Let's see. Sound doesn't work. I probably need to take out the battery. I haven't looked at that in years. I just thought of that. But I got him. Yeah, and then I also got out my RID Scourge with them. The one that started my obsession with the black and teal Evil Optimus Primes.
Nice.
He's great. And then Also, his trailer, which I'm not going to transform right now, but all shiny and chromy. So, yeah, this is just such a fun figure to pose and to put on the shelf. So, anyway, that's all I got this week.
All right, and we will finish up with Anna.
Hit it up.
There you
All
go.
right, so
Ooh.
it's not exactly the stuff that I got this week because I haven't actually left my house this week except for Spy and the Gym. So here's like just some collection of stuff that I've amassed over several trips to TF Nation and stuff you probably haven't seen. Some commissioned art I got from fellow artists and fan books I have a lot of. I won't show like the whole collection because I have like dozens of books and the shelf behind me is filled to the brim with all kinds of fanzines and fan stuff. So I have Keizama arts, Nick Roche originals, more Keizama. This is one of my favorite all-time pieces, Ramage and Elite One, looking absolutely badass, and I'm just like, this is so good. Keizama is an amazing artist. I've been following her career for as long as she's been on the major scene, and I'm so excited that she's doing stuff with Marvel right now. Even though like I don't really care much for Marvel, I always care for Keizama, and
She had something in
her
the
interiors are just like so heavy metal.
yeah, she had a short in the Star Wars Life Day special last week.
Yeah, which I also don't really much care about.
Oh,
Hayata Sakamoto stuff, and I only got one piece off of him when he visited, and a couple pieces from Alex Milne. The Wraith Starscream, which is actually, there's a funny story about it. When Alex made it for me last TF Nation, I think it's 2019 one. He was like, "Hey, can you like?" He actually haven't said anything. He's just like, "Yeah, here you go." Cryptic as ever. And then I posted it, and he's like, "I should have told you to wait a couple of days because there was a new issue out of the comic, and there was a transformation of Ultra Magnus into the Darryl persona, and that was actually like the first time ever that happened. And there I was on Twitter with like, "Hey, I got this banning commission from Alex. Look at it, lads." So yeah, I kind of ruined the moment for a lot of people, but I don't care. Like, this is a Smashing Art, and I'm happy to have it. And the other one I have is Sunder. I just like when Alex draws creepy guys. Like, they're amazing. Yeah. And then we go to the fan books. Pile of it. So Beth McGuire Smith, she is from UK as well, so I had the pleasure to meet her several times, and she's an amazing person. And if you ever like to, I think she'd be like super cool to have on the show as well. Like, she's very cool. Fun and effervescent person. Like, so yeah, and she has very nice art style, and that was the first time she ever did a compilation of her art from several years. And I mean, come on, everything's amazing. Like, her style with this painterly stuff is, come on, out of this world. It's just, God, just cool stuff all around. She has a way with like faces and colors and composition. I'm just complete fan of.
Very cool.
So there's more comic anthologies, and I think fanzine format is one of the best things ever to happen to the fandom part of the Transformers, because there's like a lot of really weird and really out there stuff. Like, for example, Bridgeformers. Yeah. This is like a story about Bond style Transformers, just like full on Agent 007. Like,
I think we were sent the first issue, but
issue 0, I think we have.
Yeah.
Shout out to
I think
Nathan
I have
Webb.
issue
Well,
1
yeah.
and
Yeah.
issue 2. Yes. That's a great idea and wonderful execution, and I can't wait what he's going to do more with this.
What a great looking
Yeah.
comic.
And there's a lot of thought when that went into it, and the plot and everything. It's just like so great to see. Kara is also one of the incredible people in the fandom. She's been organizing fanzines for as long as I can remember, and this is her personal sketchbook. She goes by Manly Lobster on Twitter, and her style is very adorable and very expressive, and I absolutely dig it, especially her Rodimus. It's like, look at this stuff. I'm sorry, it's just like, it's so funny. Yeah. Pipes and Megatron solve a crime. Come on. Where else would you find this stuff? Like, man, Transformers fandom is great. And it's mostly a novel, but it was done in, I think it was done for the charity, but it also features art cut from people I actually know, but I can't. Wait, who's done the art though? Oh. Okay, so you can refer to Toyful for the details. Oh, this is one of my favorite fanzines ever, because just look at those faces. It takes a special understanding of a character to draw something so simple, but just, I'm your new leader. Come on. Like, not to like completely power blast with love, but it's just like pure joy in creating fanzines like this. It's this fandom is amazing. I'm so proud to be part of it.
These
So,
fanzines are
it was-
almost exclusively to the UK, though, right? Like,
yeah, I mean,
one-
this one was made by John, and they are from Finland. And
Okay.
yeah, TF Nation's been very open to all kinds of creative works. There's a lot of kid bashing, and there's a lot of cosplay, and there's a huge artist alley. And I think for many people, artist alley is actually the focus of the convention, as well as a bar where everybody hangs out like the entire weekend. I personally prefer breakfast because hash browns in Hilton Birmingham is divine. So this is actually my sketchbook from several years ago, the one and only I've made, and like an idiot, I made like 40 copies and they've sold out, and I only have 2 on myself. And I don't think I will ever reprint it because it has like very old art stuff, but it's still okay.
Yeah.
I could have done
Really good.
better for like, what, 7 years ago? And these were actually all in one giant sketchbook I carried around when I was back in the university, and then at my first job, and I just filled it up at lunch. So yeah, and there was a period when I started working with screen tones, and I think these were like the very first commissions I've made. So yeah, all traditional stuff just completed in a tiny book. And this one is by Yumin Yao. She's a Japanese artist who lives in Thailand right now, I think. And she does great designs, and she is very much inspired by Alex Milner-Zion, but she went her own way. And there's a lot of very, I don't think it's racist to say it, but like Asian aesthetics. There's a lot of details and forms that's Gundam-esque in her works, and her way with fashion of robots is incredible. I love looking at this kind of stuff. And I don't, she did a couple issues for the 2019 run, especially for the Galaxy's story with Gosh. And I don't think she's done much else for IDW at this point, but you'll never know. Like me personally, I know like 4 ages ahead of what's happening. So maybe there's going to be more. So this one is very fun. It was made by Andy Turnbull, and he is one of the organizers of TF Nation convention. And he has been doing daily Straxuses, one of the most hilarious fictional works right now. And they are dedicated to like Straxus of ours in the UK continuity, and it just it's great stuff. Like I highly recommend following him on Twitter and looking at. I think he has a collected edition of Daily Straxuses, and this is just a book about Ultra Magnus and Lost Light-ish scenario in the Transformers UK. Actually, I haven't read it, but nobody has to know.
So we should edit that part out.
Sorry. No, you can do it. Like I fully expect Andrew to roast me the next time I visit Scotland. This is a program of the event, but I'm showing it for the single reason that my first ever printed work was here.
Nice.
I've made it in a dedication to Bob Budiansky, who was a guest that year, and there's an interview with him here. And I did like a piece dedicated to, how do you say it? Everything that he means to Transformers, basically. Like without him, there wouldn't be, the Transformers right now wouldn't be as they are. Pretty much. And so there's like the G1 cast and also iterations of Megatron and Optimus through the continuities on this page. And Bob's tablet that's he's been known to carry around. So when I met him on the convention, it was ridiculously funny because I was a huge fan and I was like, hey, I actually drew the piece that you've been signing in everybody's convention books the whole weekend. And he was like, oh, cool. Do you want an art of mine? I was like, yeah. And he gave me one and he was like, yeah, good luck. Completely chill dude. Like he doesn't care a bit about Transformers. He's just like, that was a job. Like I did like several decades ago, and I'm just like going around on conventions, like meeting all these wonderful people, and I just like I don't care much about Transformers myself. And I'm like, wonderful. What a career, man. And this is one of the last fan books that actually got in the mail like a month ago or less. I lost track of time. But this is a horror Transformers fanzine. Like, imagine. People just like came together and made an anthology of fan stories, fan comics, fan art, all dedicated to the horror aspect of Transformers. Like, there's mostly UK peeps, but there's also people from Russia here, like this one. One of the incredible Russian artists. Like, I have no idea what's going on here, but it's all very. I think it's Unicron, but damn, like the aesthetics of it all. Like, so many incredible stuff. Yeah, so there's people all over Europe. I think a couple of US people. It's not on sale right now, but you should follow Redacted on Twitter. Because they make yearly fanzines and you can purchase them all over the world. A couple of years ago, they made crystal themed fanzine that was all about like the crystals, and it was also kind of creepy because like people were like Transformers were kind of overgrown with crystals and like being encased in them. It's like, what's it all about? Fun. So yeah, I think that's all with my whole. Yep. Thank you for letting me speak at such length.
Those are some cool things.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of cool stuff. This.
I did remember to take the batteries out of my toy. So.
So there's no leaky battery in your in your RID Optimus Prime.
He has lights and sound. I forgot about the lights.
Well, that was lots of cool stuff, Anna. Thanks so much for showing that.
Happy to share.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had the chance to get to TF Nation, so I think we're missing out on some of those cool fans.
Someday you definitely should visit, because the organizers and the event goers, everybody's been bringing their A game year after year. As well as there's Nick Roche, James Roberts, Brian Rockley, everybody who's been kind of connected to the Transformers universe from the UK area. They usually attend the convention just for the hell of it. So it's very fun to hang around with all of them. And the atmosphere there is nothing I've ever met.
Awesome.
Long-term goals for us.
My long-term goal to attend at least one of the TF cons, maybe someday, when the whole, comes to an end.
The world returns to normal.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, that will do it for this episode's trip. Again, thanks again to Anna Malkova for hanging out with us and showing off all that cool stuff. And if you'd like to leave us feedback, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/feedback to hit us up with a voicemail or email, and leave comments right down below in this YouTube video, or contact us on social media. Lots of good ways to get in touch, and we like getting feedback. You can also help us out if, in addition to becoming a donation, you can also help us out by buying stuff at our TeePublic store. So, cool transmission shirts like this one. Go to transmissionspodcast.com/shop. And if you buy anything from TeePublic, that helps us out. So check that out.